Hello, everybody. I'm Adam,
And I'm Marty.
and we're AM
AM
Vintage. That just cracks me up just thinking about it. Okay. Um, we're having such a good time because
This is the first of what we wanted to do, you guys. We want to actually start doing movie reviews. We actually got the idea of when we first did our review for the Priscilla movie.
right.
We wanted to see how it would feel to actually review movies that Elvis did in the past. So
Yeah, so we're reviewing Elvis's movies.
we're out. Yeah. So for the first one, we wanted
we
to
started
do,
backwards.
we're going to start backwards.
We reviewed his last movie,
Yes.
Change of Habit.
Change of Habit, which is directed by William Graham. It was back in 1969.
1969 is when it was released.
Gosh, hard to believe that was his last movie.
Yeah, it was released November 10th.
Yes.
1969. Isn't that exciting?
Yes, very exciting.
Elvis. Who would have thought Elvis and Mary Tyler Moore would get together? You know?
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Anybody knew it was going to happen.
Yeah, chemistry there, but yeah, we'll see more or less as the review goes on.
Yeah, we watched this movie and we had a lot of fun.
We had so much fun. So hopefully you guys will be able to join us and maybe give us some of your opinions on what you thought about the movie.
Right.
My baby, she done me wrong. My baby, she paid. My baby took her down to the river where she lived out the last long day.
Let me show you guys here. Here's a little cover art. There they are. Elvis and Mary Tyler Moore. Getting a little hot and heavy right there.
Yes.
Isn't that exciting?
Yeah, so Adam, why don't you do us a favor, do a little short summary of what it's about. Or actually, let everybody know what the characters that were also in the movie.
Well, it's about Elvis, who's he's a doctor, and he's a really cool guy because he's not just a doctor. He also has these really awesome jam sessions with all the people in the, I guess they say it's the ghetto.
Yeah,
right?
and so he's working in the ghetto, right, as a doctor.
It's the inner city. It's
inner city.
Not the best neighborhood.
Yes, and then of course he comes across these three nuns, which supposedly are
undercover.
undercover.
Yeah. He doesn't know they're nuns.
No, but I didn't get it. They were undercover because why? They wanted to.
Well, they
make
figured
some change.
they would be able to help the community more if everybody didn't think, oh, look at these nuns.
Yeah, so they wanted to improve.
They're just
themselves.
people like you and I.
Yes.
So
they come in to work with Elvis
because he needs some nurses.
Yes,
he's all alone. He's got all this. He's got a lot of time to jam, but he's also very busy at the doctor's office.
Which seemed was like 9 to 5 kind of.
So when they show up, he's jamming.
He's jamming, yeah.
And Mari loves it because they show up. Okay, they don't have their habits on anymore because they're just dressed like normal girls, and they knock on the door. Elvis is jamming hard, right?
Yeah.
What song's he doing? Rubbernecking.
That's rubbernecking.
He's doing rubbernecking.
Yeah. And so
they're jamming.
jamming.
And one of the people that he's jamming with is Darlene Love, I believe.
Oh yeah,
I think she's
pretty
up
cool.
there.
Yeah. Cool.
But anyways, right when they ring the bell, everybody stops jamming all at once. The song just stops.
You know, when you go to somebody's house, you would think that the music starts to die down as you're knocking.
A few people stop playing, and then a few more stop, and then everybody stops.
This one is just like magically
everybody
silent.
stops all at once. So she liked that a lot.
I thought that was just ridiculous, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
And then you see Elvis.
Elvis shows
down.
up.
Yeah.
He looks cool. He's got his bangs. You don't really see Elvis with bangs too often, but he looks cool.
Yeah.
And he thinks that the nuns. Well, he doesn't know they're nuns. He thinks they're patients.
Yeah.
Coming because they're pregnant. And,
Something.
maybe
somehow.
they need some vitamins or something. So
yeah, but
he's like, which one of you are here for the help? So.
But then he ends up taking them. They understand that they're there for the job, and he
gives them a job.
Yeah, he already started giving. He gives all kinds of demands,
but
obligations that they have to do.
When they first get there, right? They don't even have a place to stay, right?
No, they don't.
So they have they get a place from.
I think that's been given by the
local
the father, wasn't
Father
it? Father
Gibbons.
The Gibbons. So yeah, so it's the church is actually
And
helping.
Father Gibbons is not very pleased with these nuns.
No, he's upset that they're
That they're
dressing
undercover.
down
He
and-
doesn't like it. The mini skirts.
Yeah, the whole style,
Yeah.
of the women being.
And then there's those
liberated.
two old ladies.
Yes, and then
Right.
of course you got the gossipy ladies.
Yeah, there's
You know,
the gossipy
what
ladies.
neighbor doesn't
Like
have that?
they can't stand these three young,
career girls,
Yeah.
or as what they called. They didn't look like career women.
I think they thought that they were prostitutes.
Probably
So,
Floozies.
so
So
we
then,
got so much to talk about.
know,
I
it's
don't
just-
even know what we're talking
actually,
about here.
it's kind of hard to like wrap it around because we were trying to figure out what kind of movie this is,
Yeah.
and I had such a hard time.
It's part comedy,
What was the genre? Was it
part
comedy?
drama. It was there was a lot of really dark subject matter
Yeah.
for such a lighthearted movie.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What about the little girl, right?
Well, we had lots of problems with this movie. It was just so many. It was too much going on all at once, and I was trying to figure out what
But-
Adam like.
Okay, but here's the deal. I love this movie. I mean, I love Change of Habit. Parts of it are pretty
I
ridiculous,
thought it was ridiculous,
but it's fun. And Elvis is great.
well,
Elvis is
yeah.
awesome. Okay.
Well, supposedly he knows everything in this movie. He's a mental health, not only a doctor, physician. He knows how to diagnose. He knows how to cure mental health
he
issues.
does everything.
And
Yeah.
so I found it very.
Yeah. So the little girl, it turns out they
Ridiculous.
said she wouldn't speak at all, and so they diagnosed her with autism.
Yes. Well, they didn't know if she was deaf at first, so they were
Right.
trying to figure out if she
So
would,
they said, you know what?
react.
Let's take her in the office and let's hold her and not let her move for 2 hours. She's screaming the whole time. And, Elvis is saying, we love you, and, all this. And then she's cured, right?
Let me just say,
Then she's cured. Wasn't that amazing?
having a mental health background, I'm going to say that everything this man was doing in the video is a big no-no. If anything, I would think that the child was being caused, she was being more traumatized.
It was pretty, that was pretty
It was
traumatic.
very
I was traumatized
traumatic
after
to
that
watch
scene.
this.
After that, I think everybody knows what we're talking about. You've all seen Change of Habit.
Things that he felt like could be cured in 5, maybe a few hours is not true.
Yeah.
You cannot cure someone with
But
autism.
in the movie,
But-
she got cured.
But yeah.
She was able to speak again. I mean,
Yeah, she was able to relate, her feelings
Yeah,
and,
so
release
Elvis
all those
cured her.
negative, yeah.
The king. He's the king. What
It
do you
just-
want? What do you want?
And let me mind you, this was supposed to be a doctor. He was doing all kinds of unethical things in the movie.
Well, I mean,
And then
okay.
with underage, what I thought was, she was underage, right? She was like 17.
She was 17, yeah.
Yeah, it's this girl.
There was a 17-year-old that had a crush on Elvis in the movie. And, Elvis never crossed any lines, He was trying to,
He did cross lines.
he was checking her heart.
Her pulse because she was actually
No
trying
big
to,
deal.
show her little. It seemed like she was trying to show her chest. It did.
Well, she was.
Oh, she was right.
And that was Elvis,
And being a doctor, we know you should not be doing that.
Dr. John Carpenter.
Because he got a little bit too close, and then once Mary Tyler Moore bust in the door, he pretended he wasn't doing anything. So that made him look like he was gonna do something.
Yeah.
Cute.
Hey, on a side note, I don't know if you know this.
Huh.
Dr. John Carpenter, that's Elvis's name in the movie.
Uh-huh.
That was Elvis's name that he would use when he would travel. So, Dr. John Carpenter. Isn't that interesting? It fits.
Interesting and scary.
It fits.
Hey, yeah, maybe that's why the reference was there with the young girl. I don't know. Probably. Adam doesn't think he did anything wrong. I thought he was breaking all kinds of boundaries. He was just
In the movie. We're talking about
We're just
in the
talking
movie.
about the movie. Yeah. He was stepping all over boundaries, but it's
Yeah.
Elvis, right?
Yeah, Elvis.
Yeah.
He's the best. So then we got the nuns that are undercover.
Yeah,
We got Mary Tyler Moore.
yeah.
Who she's a little extra in this movie.
She's a little cheesy. I
She's
thought.
very cheesy.
Very cheesy.
Yeah. Elvis is like the serious good actor in the movie.
Yeah.
Mary Tyler Moore is just
No, and I'm not sure if she was the right fit. I don't know if that was if she was the right fit for him. I'm
in
not
some
sure.
scenes I like her, in some scenes I
I
think
just
she
think that they
needs to
were
tone it
not.
down.
Yeah, they were not like a good fit. the camera just. I mean, they just didn't match. They didn't mesh well. But I don't know. I don't know.
But there's an evil banker in the movie that
Yes.
you know, everybody owes money to in the little town.
Yeah.
Right?
So basically, this whole movie is just about Elvis and, of course, the nuns trying to, in a sense,
Just-
reshape or help everyone in the community to make it better, I guess, in some sense, and heal those that need help and then cure those
Yeah.
who need help. Because at one point, there's also a young guy, right, teenager, who is coming in and he has all kinds of behavioral issues.
He can't,
He has a speech impediment, and so therefore he's having a hard time expressing himself and relaying the issues that he's struggling with, and
Right.
being accepted in the community as well, right? Because I think the dad is also giving him a hard time. So then it
He's-
turns out that he's actually having like a he's stalking or
He's
an obsession. He starts an obsession
he's
with
obsessed with Mary Tyler Moore.
Tyler Moore, and so
at one
one
point in the
point-
movie, he tries to rape her.
yeah, so it's a little that
And
movie
Elvis has to break in and
it saves the day.
he does some of that Elvis karate.
Yeah, that's another
You
thing
know,
too.
Elvis does what he has to do.
And so yeah, he saves the day, and so therefore yeah.
But
So, I
we
must say,
found out what we found out today, though, that Change of Habit is loosely based on a true story. So
Yeah.
Sister Mary Olivia Gibson, who worked with children afflicted with speech handicaps.
yes, which and like I said, the whole
Loosely based.
loosely based.
Yeah.
But I mean, though, if it wasn't for the the jamming sessions and all that, I think this really could have been a good movie if they just
It could have
focused
been a
on
drama.
drama. Yeah, just you know,
It-
serious on a serious. I think they had to be really a little bit more serious.
It almost wasn't a musical. It was a doctor that had these jam sessions until they got to the scene at the park where they're on the merry-go-round, right?
Yes.
And then Elvis just out of nowhere just starts singing.
And the song
Yeah.
is, I honestly,
I
I'm
love it.
sorry.
It's great. Have a happy. It's awesome.
Sounds like no.
Elvis singing anything is better than
I'm sorry, I
better
just-
than anything else.
Rubbernecking, okay, yeah, I
Rubber,
like that.
I love it all.
I love
Rubbernecking.
But that's I did not like have a happy.
Have a happy?
Really? Have a happy.
Have a happy, warm, smiling face. Come on.
I'm sorry, guys. I just this movie was just a little. I don't know.
Start believing.
Like I said, it was hard to
In
follow for me
believing.
because I didn't know whether to take it seriously. I mean, there was times where I was like, okay, it's a serious movie, and then there's times where he's got too much downtime as a doctor, and then how does he have time to fall in love with Mary Tyler Moore when they just barely met and all of a sudden he loves her? I mean,
Well, he's so busy as a doctor that
Yeah.
he has no love life, and then all of a sudden these women come into his life, and you know,
just
well, you know.
first of all, that's again stepping on a lot of boundaries. That's very unethical to do.
But you know,
You go to a job, you should not be flirting with your your workers or your nurses. That's a scary thing. So this wouldn't happen in real life. But it's a movie.
but this was the '60s,
This-
you know. Back then,
60s. There we go
back
again.
then you hit on. Back then, when you were the doctor, you hit on anybody.
Yeah.
Back in the
But
60s.
another serious part that happened when it was with the Black Panthers, which back in the days.
This movie even had the Black Panthers. Could you
yeah.
believe it?
The Black Panthers was like
Yeah.
somebody don't mess with. You
Yeah.
know, you just
because
don't mess
the
with.
one nun, Barbara McNair,
Yes, pretty woman. Yes.
she was getting
She was getting a lot of
she was
slack.
getting a lot of
Very
slack from the
lot of
Black
slack.
Panthers
You
because
know-
she was black, and they
And
were
helping.
saying that she was selling out. You
Yeah.
know,
And in no way did I feel that, but again, maybe because
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I don't see it that
So,
way.
I mean,
Yeah.
this
so
movie has it all.
it has it all, you guys.
You know?
Comedy, drama,
Yeah,
mental health,
mental health
I mean,
issues.
you name it. So
It's got it all.
Yeah.
It's
I
got
just-
Elvis just being. Elvis wears blue jeans and a freaking sweatshirt in this movie and Converse.
Oh yeah.
So how cool is that?
Yeah,
Right?
very different from what I'm used to
Awesome.
seeing here. Yeah.
It's the king.
And then, of course, at the end of the movie, it's got to end with, singing gospel.
Yeah. I love at the end. So at the end, Elvis finally finds out that these women are all nuns. Okay, spoiler alert. Sorry.
Yes.
But and then Mary Tyler Moore, she's conflicted because she has feelings for Elvis, but she doesn't know, do I stay and be, do I stay as a nun, or do I,
Yeah, because
run off with Elvis?
her other sister nun, right, ended up leaving, which was played by Jane
Elliott.
So she ends up leaving, and so it kind of gives us hope to thinking that maybe Mary would do the same thing for Elvis, but it seemed like she was torn at the end.
They have that scene at the end where she keeps looking at Elvis and then looking at
the
like the statue,
statues.
the religious statues.
So, I mean, it kind of gives you the inclination that she's deciding whether or not to stay with the church or leave with the love
the
of
king.
her life.
Yeah.
Which I don't think it is, but yeah. But so now Adam, I mean, oh, and another thing too, this movie is so like it's different because it didn't really have a soundtrack. You said it barely
there
has.
was only 4 songs.
Four songs, not like the other movies.
Most of the Elvis movies
had something, right? An album
came out with a soundtrack. Most of them, not all of them.
Yeah.
But this one,
it's just different.
I think they just threw these songs on like Elvis and Hollywood, albums.
Yeah.
Like an album with a compilation of songs.
I mean, one thing I could say about Elvis, and that's probably just because it's the first movie review, is that he's very versatile, and I do like his acting. I think he could have gone far, and that's just my opinion, without the whole cheesiness. If he wanted to be a serious actor, I think he could have really done it well. At least
Elvis was pretty natural.
He's really natural. He doesn't
Didn't look like he was like trying.
But as a comedic, I mean, he was really on point with his lines were funny.
Elvis
Some
is
of his
funny.
funny lines were just he was hitting them. I mean, you just can't help but laugh. But he's good at the timing. I think is what he's really good with comedic timing. So yeah.
So
the rating.
we're gonna Siskel and Ebert this movie. Change the habit, right?
Oh gosh.
Got to give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Isn't this exciting?
Do we have to give it a thumbs up?
Well, you could give it a. You know what? We don't have any like rules, so we could give it like a halfway.
I'm gonna go halfway.
You're gonna go halfway.
I'm gonna go halfway because I can't say I don't like it because I do. I thought the other actors and actresses were pretty cool, and of course we didn't mention the other one that actually comes out with the cop that plays.
Oh, Ed Asner.
Ed Asner.
Yeah, he's from the Mary Tyler Moore Show.
Yeah, so I mean, she had someone there from the show, so there was a lot of good other actors on there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna have to go halfway.
You know what? I give Change of Habit a thumbs up.
Yeah, but you guys be the
I don't
judge.
give every Elvis movie a thumbs up. I'm not sure if I would give Harem Scarum a thumbs up or not.
No.
That might be a halfway. But
Oh yeah.
I like Change of Habit. It's cheesy.
Very cheesy. Yes.
But it's got some good Elvis in it.
It does. But again, I could do with all the little cheesiness sometimes, but it's really unrealistic is what I thought the whole and of course I know it's a movie.
Unrealistic? Elvis as an inner city doctor? You kidding me?
Yes. Unrealistic. Well, all right, you guys. Well, thank you so much. Again, we are going to be doing other reviews. If you have any suggestions on what movie to do for us to do
what
next,
movie should we watch?
which one should we do next? I was thinking of. You said we don't want to do Love Me. Where's it? I didn't.
We watched Love Me Tender at the guest house in Graceland.
Yeah, and I don't want to do that one.
No, it's a little long. It's a little long.
long-winded,
But
I don't know. I want to do something.
you know, a movie I love to watch. I could watch it over and over again. Is Clam Bake.
Oh God.
I love Clam Bake for some reason.
So if you guys have any ideas for what movie for us to do our next review on, please let us know in the comments. And again, as always, we thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we appreciate all the feedback and all the subscribers and the sharing and the likes, right?
Yeah, we do. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so
very
much, you guys, for watching, and we'll see you then.
Thank
Take
you
care.
so much. Bye-bye.